The most powerful thing that you can do is know who the fuck you are. I heard you want to become more attractive. So sit down, I got a little something for you. The first thing to keep in mind if you want to bring things towards you is that what you speak, you receive. So something that I like to do that helps me to bring towards me what I like, that helps me become more attractive, I like to compliment people as they walk by me. It may not seem related, but when you compliment somebody, you bring like joy and warmth into their heart and into yours, and you open yourself up to receiving that warm energy that you give back to them, not just in the form of compliments, but in all like other forms, right? When it comes from the heart and when it's genuine, I noticed that the abundance flows back. Maybe it's a byproduct of having an open heart and seeing the beauty in others and seeing things to appreciate in other people and being open to communicating that with them. But I don't know, it just feels like a cycle of goodness, right? And then, so I would say the second thing is that a smile goes a long way. Do you know how many people, because of the way that they look or the way that people perceive them, they naturally just don't receive as much kindness or gentleness? They don't see people smile as much at them. And like how powerful your smile could be in somebody's day. The power of brightening someone's day is huge. That's huge, dude. And it does come back to you, and it does affect how attractive you are. And I don't just mean physically, but I just mean like, because when like people want to be attractive like physically, why? Because they want to bring things towards them. They want to be accepted, they want to feel good, they want to bring things towards them. It's being attractive is so much more than the physical. You have no idea like how important like your smile is, dude. A little bit of gentleness really goes a long way, because people are fighting battles that we know nothing about. When I allow that divine energy to like work through this vessel and brighten people's days, give little bits of wisdom, I've noticed that that makes me extremely attractive. Being grateful and being of service, brightening somebody's day is being of service, by the way. And when you're willing to be of service, you're like a faucet. Like things can flow through you. You can actually like expand upon like the energy that's given to you, and like it can flow through you like greatly, rather than like a blockage or like a dead end. And there's a lot of people on this earth that they have resources and materials and gifts, but they're like a dead end because they won't share it. They won't use it. This earth needs more people that smile at other people just because. Literally just because it fulfills them. That's what we need. That's what we need, you know? We have enough of people who are dead ends, people who are blockages. We have enough of people who just want to hoard what they're given. But when you're grateful and you want to be of service, when you want to use what you're given to heal yourself and other people, that's different. That gets us into our next point, which is remaining curious, right? Remaining curious. Being attractive is not just about being able to bring things forward, because things are coming at us all the time. Be curious and see things from from different perspectives allows you to be more selective in what you choose. You know what I mean? Because that's part of the battle. Once you are a very attractive human being, you have to know how to deal with that, because you could get yourself in some trouble. A lot of people want to be attractive. Bitch, be selective. But that brings me to my final point. If you want to be attractive, if you want to be your most attractive self, learn how to be okay with leaving. You want to bring some shit in, know how to leave. You got to have room. You have to have room for more. And that's the thing about being a very attractive person. When you are a very attractive human being, you are in a constant state of acquiring and purging, acquiring and purging, acquiring and purging beliefs, friendships, relationships, all kinds of experiences, places, jobs, acquiring and purging, acquiring and purging. And you keep leveling up with each, because everything it evolves you. So you purge, and then you acquire the next, and then you purge, and then you acquire the next. You're like spiraling upwards, right? That's the thing, right? So learning to be okay with leaving. You know what I learned? Familiarity keeps people where they're at. Fear keeps people where they're at. Self-hatred keeps people where they're at. But you know what keeps people where they're at? Guilt. Guilt. I don't want to leave this person because they're not a bad person. Okay, but are they growing with you? Who are you in that relationship? What role are you playing in that relationship, and do you like it? No. Oh, I don't want to, I feel guilty for leaving this friend behind. I feel guilty for not talking to that family member. I feel guilty for doing this thing that I've been called to do for how many years now? Guilt, girl. Guilt and shame will keep you stuck in some places. One thing about guilt and shame, she wears a lot of different masks and will show up as a lot of different shit. Also, understanding that leaving isn't just physical. You can move state, you could leave a relationship, you could cut that friend off, you could quit one bad habit, you could quit that bad habit cold turkey, you could move home. But at the end of the day, if the change isn't internal, everything you run away from, you run into. So recognizing that everything in your external reality is a signal to something in your internal environment, then you got to start in your internal environment. That's leaving certain beliefs, core beliefs behind, core beliefs, leaving certain perspectives behind. They're influencing the decisions that you make on a conscious and subconscious level. Because at the end of the day, if we don't do that, you're just going to keep choosing the same familiar life that you don't want to live anymore. And that's the thing. That's what I was saying earlier. We attract all kinds of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's what you choose. Subconsciously, you choose everything. It's just why. What are your beliefs? What do you believe this world and this life is? Who do you believe that you are? Who are you? What do you believe that you're capable of? Do you really think you could do anything? Because a lot of people say that they believe that they could do anything, but they don't act like they believe that they can do anything. Believing you can do anything, that's an aura. That's an action. That's a being. That's not just something that a person says. You smell that on somebody. You see that in the things that a person does. You see that in what their life looks like. Right? What do you believe that you need to get where you want to go? Do you believe that you have the tools that you need to get where you want to go? Do you believe that you have the power to get where you want to go, like inside? Who are you surrounded by? And what does that tell you about yourself? Birds of a feather, but not just birds of a feather. Because sometimes two things can be true at once. It can be because you have a shadow that recognizes that person. There's a familiarity with that person. And so there's something in you that sees the reflection and is curious. You want to see that in yourself so that you can harness those darker attributes of self or whatever it is, because it doesn't even have to be a darker attribute. Whatever it is that you're seeing in that other person, you're meant to harness, or you're not valuing yourself. So at the end of the day, it's all telling you something. And that's if you don't like the people that you're around. If you enjoy the people that you're surrounded by, and if they align with you, whatever that is, whatever your morals are and your goals and whoever you are, that says a lot about you too. That says a lot about you. And big ups to you. Big ups to you. Know yourself. Own that. You should be proud of that shit. Walk with that. Right? What do you believe that this life is worth? That human life in general is worth, and then your human life is worth? What do you believe that the experience of life is worth in general? That matters. That matters. That affects how attractive you are. That matters. Right? Can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you smell it? Right? The rooms that you want to be in, the things that you want to bring towards you. Can you have that sensory experience? When we talk about manifesting and visualizing, it's not just being able to see it. Can you put yourself there? Using all of your senses. 'Put yourself there, right? Do you believe that you're deserving of kindness and power and purpose? And if you do, yeah, me too. And if you don't, why? Figure that out, girl. Figure that out. Figure that out. Because you are. You are. You just got to figure out why your brain's lying to you. Where that misfiring happened. You know, and that's all it is. A misfiring of some wiring. And then finally, are you willing to do something with it? That affects how attractive you are and what you bring towards you. Are you willing to do something with what you bring towards you? And what are you willing to do with it? Because if you could bring everything towards you, you could be as selective as you want and you could get the best of the best. But if you're not willing to do something with that, with the opportunities that come to you, with the ideas that come to you, with the gifts that you have, with the resources that you attain, what's the fucking point? Side note, because this isn't something that I wrote down, but it was something that I was thinking about while I was getting ready. Looking the part. Look like you care about yourself, and other people will feel like you are something to care about as well. I was talking to my sister the other day about confidence and how when you are a confident person, people assume that there's a reason that you're confident, because you're not confident for no reason. Clearly, there must be something backing that up, and they want to know, right? So be that. Whatever your expression is, be that. Look the part. If you look important, people gonna think you important, girl. They gonna think you got some important things to do, places to be, and they're gonna want to give you more of them. So yeah, go be great, go be attractive, go be magnetic, and I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.